Tang, what is it? Jimin, our divorce paper. Tang looked towards Jimin. His eyes were widened and lips apart. He was in utter shock. Tang, what? Jimin, you wanted it. So here is it. Tang, I mean, you said you were going to follow Oma. Then why? Jimin, but I can't keep myself here. I can't hold myself back anymore. I have had enough of you. You don't trust me anymore, neither you try to accept me. You are being too cold for me, and I am totally freezed. I need to warm myself. So it's better if we part up. Okay? Just sign it. What about mom, Jimin? If you won't talk to them, then they are leaving you. Yeah, what? Jimin, sign it and hand it to mom. Don't expect me to be here anymore. With this paper, we end our relationship here. Yeah, mom knows about it. Jimin, yes, she does. And let's not see each other anymore. Yeah, what? What do you mean by that? Are you leaving somewhere? Jimin, it would be better than staying here and feeling like I am in a prison. Let's cut all the ties we had. Yeah, but you are my brother. You could just stay here. Jimin, I said let's cut all the ties, including that I was your brother. Don't want to be. Yeah, whoa. You didn't even think before saying that, isn't it? How could you say that? How could you cut our ties of being a brother? I mean, when you didn't thought before being so rude to me, why should I think? When you didn't thought before hurting me, I also can't think. Let's just end it here. See you never. He said, leaving from there and went towards his room. Thiang was left there all shocked and confused. He didn't know why Jimin did that suddenly. He ran towards Jimin's room as he knocked, but there was no response. Thiang, Jimin, open the door. Jimina, open the door, please. But there was no response. After knocking so many times, Jimin finally responded. Jimin, I said let's not see each other again. Leave me alone. He said as Thiang finally stopped knocking and spoke. Thiang, I need to talk to you. Come out. Jimin, I don't have anything else to talk about. Thiang, alright. He said as he went towards the living room. While going downstairs, he was thinking, how could Jisoo and Rose agree to it? When he got there, he saw Jisoo and Rose talking to each other. Jisoo noticed him as she stopped talking to Rose. Jisoo, have you signed it? Taeyang looked down to the papers and again back to Jisoo. Taeyang, no. Jisoo, then sign it and give me. Taeyang, but why is it really necessary? Jisoo, what do you mean by that? You should be happy that he agreed to give you divorce. Taeyang, I mean, he wants to cut all the ties. He doesn't even want to be my brother anymore. Jisoo, you should take that responsibility because you were the one who was rude to him, not me. I had warned you, and you can't say that I didn't. Taeyang, but still, Jisoo, I have no reasons for that. I was stupid that I let you get married to him when after knowing how you were acting towards him. I should have just not messed up with your destiny. Maybe you were not meant to be together in this life. I hope you don't regret it. Taeyang, wait. I mean, what do you mean by this life? Jimin also said that. Jisoo, what? What did Jimin said? Taeyang, I mean, he was saying something about us dying. Was that true? Jisoo, does he know about that? She asked Rose, and Taeyang couldn't hear what she said. Rose, I don't know. Maybe he does. We should ask him. Taeyang, will you tell me what is it about? Jisoo, forget it. Just sign those papers. Taeyang, but Rose, enough of that parts. Just sign it and give. You don't have any right to ask anything anymore. Yeah, fine. He said as he hesitated before signing the paper. Jesus, here, give me. She said as she got up from her seat and went towards Thiang. She took the papers and kept them inside her envelope. Jisoo, you should be happy. Your wish came true. He won't interfere in your life anymore. Thiang, alright. He headed upstairs and went to his room. Jisoo, we should ask Jimin. Maybe he does knows about it. Jisoo said as Rose also agreed to her and both of them went towards Jimin's room. They knocked on the door. As Jimin said, he didn't want to talk since he thought it was Tang. But when they called him, he opened the door. Jisoo, how did you know about your past life? Jimin, what was it? Tang said you told him something about that. Do you know about it? Jimin, I'm not sure. I just said whatever came to my mind. Since I have been hearing you a lot saying this, so I just said whatever came to my mind. Jisoo, are you sure? Jimin, yes, Rose. Alright, take rest. You have flight tomorrow, and it is going to be a long flight, so you should take rest. Jimin, yeah, sure. Jisoo and Rose left from there. Taeyang didn't know why, but he didn't feel good about getting divorced with Jimin. It felt something wrong. He wasn't feeling good about it. What was happening to him? Was he falling for Jimin? No, that can't be. Then what is it? Why was he so much surprised and sad when Jimin said he wanted to cut all the ties? Of course, he was his brother. Maybe that's why he was so sad. But that can't be the only reason. Nah, maybe that's the reason. All those things were going over Jim Taeyang's mind. He couldn't sleep the whole night. He just kept thinking about all the possible questions he could make. He didn't realize when the night passed and the sun rose. The sun rays started falling on the windows as the curtains were holding them to enter inside the room. Taeyang was tired. He wanted to have rest, but he couldn't sleep. He didn't even realize when the night fell. He held his phone and looked at the time. Damn, oh no, I had a meeting this morning. Aish, I have to run. He said, getting up and running toward the washroom. His eyes were heavy because he hadn't slept the whole night. He ran out of the house as soon as he was done with his morning routine. After some time, Jimin also came out with his luggage and some bags. Jisoo was making something in the kitchen when she noticed him. Jisoo, are you done with the packing? Jimin, here I am. I will just put it inside the car. Then I will have breakfast. Jisoo, alright. The breakfast is also done. Call Rose before coming here, okay? Jimin, alright. He said as he went outside and asked the driver to take some of the bags. They had breakfast and then later Jose and Jisoo went to leave Jimin in the airport. Jisoo, take care of yourself, okay? And yeah, don't forget your meals. Neither skip them. Jimin, yeah, I won't. Jose, keep timers in your phone to drink water and also for food. Because I know you get too much concentrated to even focus on your eating and your health. Don't forget to do exercise at least once or twice a week. Jimin, yeah, I will. Rosie, and yeah, whatever happens, just call us. We will be leaving there soon. Jimin, why would we be leaving there? I mean, you should leave here. All the work is done there, isn't it? Jisoo, are we going to do here? Hyung is always busy in his office work and he can take care of it. And about hospital, I have hired the CEO and other staffs there. They can take care of it. Jimin, but still, Hyung is going to be alone here, so you should be here. Rose, come on, you are also going to be alone, isn't it? We have lived here a long time. You were also alone when you were studying. So we are going to spend some time with our Jiminy. Is there any problem? Jimin, it's not that. Jisoo, then what is it? Jimin, it's nothing. You can come. He smiled as Rose and Jisoo hugged him. Rose, take care of yourself, myself. And don't forget, take your pills on your time. Don't stress yourself too much. If you're hungry, eat instead of doing work. Then if it is too important, just eat first. Because your health is important. Jimin, yeah, I know that. I shall leave now, I might get late. He said as he hugged them for last time and left inside waving at them. Jisoo, he's going to be alone again. Rosie, I know, right? Jisoo, let's go. We also have to move our things to our house. Rosie, so is Tang going to stay there alone? Jisoo, of course. We had made that house for them only. That mansion belongs to Jimin and Thea. So they are going to stay there. And since Jimin is not there, he must stay alone. He should understand how much Jimin is important. Okay, let's go then. She said as both of them left. The days passed. Jimin was now finally settled in overseas. Was totally busy because he had to move again. He was done settling his things and had started to take care of the hospital again. With as the days were passing, he had started missing Jimin. Whenever he woke up, he would always find the breakfast on the kitchen shelf. No matter what happens, no matter if Jimin comes home late or in the morning, he always keeps the breakfast for Taeyang. And if Taeyang doesn't take it, he gives it to their driver and asks him to give it to Taeyang. Even lunch, mostly he sends the lunch to Taeyang's office. And dinner, he always made it for them, although Jimin never ate with Taeyang. Right now, there was no one who will give him his meal even though he was so cold towards Jimin, Jimin was still caring towards him. Even when he was sick, Jimin took care of him without caring how rude he was. He missed Jimin, although they barely saw each other. But Jimin never failed to take care of Taeyang. After all, he was his brother. He knew what and when Taeyang needs what things. This is what Taeyang never felt when Jimin left to overseas for studies, and now he was used to all this. The house felt empty. Whenever he was back home, just felt empty. There were no maids or any workers. They just come once a week to clean the house and take care of the garden, or else there were no maids and any other workers. Although Jimin and Taeyang never saw each other, but whenever Taeyang came, he had that feeling that someone else also lives there with him. He never felt this alone when Jimin was there. At least he had that feeling that, yeah, someone is there in the house and it's not him alone. Was he missing Jimin? Yeah, definitely he was. Although he didn't expected he would do, but he was doing. But he never accepted his feelings towards Jimin. Although there were some strange feelings inside him, which were hurting him a lot since Jimin left. But Taeyang kept on shrugging them away. 2.5 weeks passed as Jimin and Taeyang had been separated. Taeyang was sitting inside his cabin doing his work when he heard a knock. Taeyang, come in, he whispered slowly, enough for the person to hear it. The person entered inside as Taeyang didn't care to look at the person. Taeyang, what is it? He said, still his eyes were stuck on the computer. The person, I heard you got divorced. This thing got Taeyang's attention because no one knows that. He looked towards the person and it was none other than Hani. Taeyang, how did you know? Hani, I told you I can do anything. Taeyang, so you mean you did this? Hani, of course not. But I liked you so much that he left you. Taeyang, and I'm not in mood to joke. Get lost. He said, looking towards the computer again. Hani, come on, I will help you to forget him. She said as she went towards Taeyang's chair and turned it towards her. She leaned towards Taeyang's face, but Taeyang kept his hand in between their faces and posed Honey. Taeyang, it might be a funny thing to kiss someone because you are actress, but it's not for me, Honey. Of course it's not for you, since you are only a human. Taeyang, so you are a human? Only difference is that you are actress. You can kiss around anyone, but not me. I can't do that. Honey, but we were together. So you can kiss me, isn't it? Don't couples usually do that? You never let me do that. Why? Is this because of that, Jimin? Yeah, I told not to bring their names in between our conversation. Honey, then what should I say? You kissed him in front of the whole media and the people there without even caring. Why? Were you saving that for him? Yeah. I said we were just dating and that too not for too long. but just for a short period of time. So you should stop your rubbish things and just go out of here. Honey, fine, but give me one more chance. I said I really love you. Just one more chance. I will prove my love to you. Yeah, and I don't want that. So leave me alone. Honey, what is the problem now? Now he has also given you divorce. So why are you still not accepting me? You know how happy I was when you last time accepted me. Just one more time. Let's date. If you don't feel like we can break up, just once. I won't force you to do it for longer if you don't want to. Like, just give me one more chance, please. I really, really love you. Yeah, I said I don't want to. Then why are you forcing me? Honey, because I love you. Just one more chance, please. This last time. She kept on pursuing Theon, but he just didn't wanted to date her again. After some time, Theon finally agreed to her. The days passed as Hani also released that she was dating Theang because there were already many rumors about them. Jimin and Theang's divorce also got revealed and it had become a hot topic in the country. It really disappointed Rose and Jisoo because it's not been long since Theang got divorced but he was already dating Hani again. They wanted to slap him hard and tell him that he isn't like how he is supposed to be. He had become cruel, heartless. He had become a bad person who doesn't even cares about someone to whom he hurted so much. That day when Taeyang got home, he saw Jisoo and Rose were there waiting for him. He went inside as he called them. Taeyang, Mom, what are you doing here? Are you alright? How have you been? Jisoo, you have so much of courage to ask all that, isn't it? Taeyang, what do you mean? Jisoo slapped him hard as Taeyang kept his hand where Jisoo slapped and looked towards Jisoo. Rose came from behind as she stopped Jisoo from slapping again. Rose, yeah, don't. You said you are going to talk and not slap or beat him. Talk it out, okay? She asked softly as Jisoo calmed herself down. Jisoo, do you think all that was just a joke? I mean, your relationship with Jimmy. Weren't you questioning it? How could you just? I mean, you got into relationship just after he left you. Was that 8 months of relationship nothing for you? Ah, yes, I forgot. You have never been good to him, isn't it? All the time, you have always been a shoot person to him. And you forgot that so easily that no one can imagine. You forgot how cruel you were towards him. Did you forget how badly you have hurted him? Was all that nothing to you? Did you not feel anything towards him? Not even a bit? How could you date him when it's only been 2 or 3 weeks since he left? Are you that stupid? Is that all nothing to you? Tell me, did you feel nothing? I don't understand how could you be so cruel towards him. Did he lack in anything? He took care of you without even thinking about himself. Do you know how hard it is to bake breakfast when he didn't even had rest to the whole night? He was busy in taking care of the patients. Still, he used to make breakfast for you, even lunch. He never skipped any of the meal and gave all the meals to you so that you won't skip any. Jimin, was he really nothing you? Did he really not meant anything to you? At least as a brother. You should have thought about him, isn't it? Theon, what should I think about? What should I think about when he left? He was the one who gave me divorce, not me. Then how can you say that all to me? Do you think I don't feel anything? I'm also a person. How can you be so rude towards me? Jesus, so my being rude towards you hurts you. And think about how much it hurt Jimin when he liked you so much. Think about it once. I'm just trying to take you the good way, but you aren't listening to me. Do you think that girl is a good person? Do you think she is worthy of you? Do you think I get you married to Jimin just for no reason? Jimin said he didn't wanted to continue it because you were being too rude towards him and he couldn't take it anymore. Just tell me how much it have hurted him when you were being this rude towards him. That girl, remember that? She is not a person who is actually worthy of you. She isn't someone you should date. Tang, she loves me. At least she takes care of me now. Jisoo, yeah, she takes care of you. When did she date? Ask yourself. Did she take care of you better than Jimin? You lost a diamond. And remember that properly. Taeyang. But Hani is also a good person. Jisoo, yes, she is. I didn't say she is a bad person. But she is also a greedy person. She might love you, but not from whole heart. Love isn't done for a reason. It happens without any reason. There aren't any reason for why you love someone. And Hani does have a reason for that. Do you think that is a true love? Taeyang. But she's also diamond. She's a nice person. Jisoo, you are blinded by her. Take off that cloth from your eyes and look at it. Think about it. Got popular just in a one day. Do you remember that she didn't have any popularity from last some months? The moment she started dating you, she was already planning to reveal it. Do you know why? Because she wanted her popularity back. It's only been one day since she had revealed it. And just ask her how many offers she have got for dramas. Ask her and then tell me. Do you know? She just did all this to get her popularity back. She might love you, but that won't stay for long. Once you lose your popularity, and she does, it will be all done and she will leave you. You are really very popular, that's why she's behind you. Yeah, but she loves me, and I don't care if she wants her popularity back. Everyone will like to get it. Jisoo, yes, everyone will do. But do you think she will stay with you if you got any problem with your popularity and your company? Taeyang, she will. Stop talking stupid about her. And about Jimin, I never hurted him. I just didn't want to talk to him. Why does he always tries to talk to me? Jisoo, alright, get angry with her once. And if she stays, then after you are so rude towards her, then tell me that she was a good person. And if she left, remember that he never loved you truly. And yeah, I don't think you will be getting back your diamond back. We are leaving abroad soon. To be precise, tomorrow. Don't tell me if you regret it. Don't tell me if you ever regret the fact that you have been that rude towards Jimin and us. We will leave. I really feel like I failed to do. I failed to rise you properly. She said as she left. Rosie followed her. Theon closed his eyes in anger. He went towards the table and took the glass. Throwing it, he looked at the pieces as it reminded him of Jimin. And that night, he ran outside of the house and went to a bar. He called Hani and asked her to come there and acted the way Jisoo asked him to do. After trying to pursue for some time, Hani left him, yelling at him, Tang, "Wah, you were really right then," he said as he was already drunk badly. He got up and went towards the counter. The counter person said, the person, "Do you know her?" Tang, "Yeah, I know. Last time when you were here, she seemed like she was doing some black magic on you. I mean, maybe she was manipulating you." Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, last time when she came, I saw her with you. I still remember that incident properly. The way she was talking to you, and it really creeped me out. Yeah, when was it? The person, a few months ago. Yeah, the day I fought with Jimin. He questioned himself and went outside after paying. He was walking through the street when he bumped into a old lady who seemed like to be in her late 60s. The lady, Tang? She asked in utter shock, not being able to process what she was seeing in front of her.